Welcome, in front of me is a DOOGEE N30, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So, to get started, we're going to begin with the simple one, which is the dark mode. And to get started, let's pull down the notification panel and look for the toggle, which for me it is... well, it looks like not here. So, I'm going to go to the settings, and from here, display. And we should have, there we go, dark theme. You can enable it, got it. And as you can see, it does turn on dark mode. That will include a couple default applications like settings, messages, and so on. Now, not every app will be supported by this, so applications that you download from Play Store will probably, by the most part, won't be supported. That really depends on the developer. But anyway, that is how you could turn it on. And now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the gesture navigation. Now, I don't exactly recall if the device comes with them enabled by default or not, but if, for instance, you have gesture navigations and you prefer to use the typical on-screen buttons or the other way around, to basically gain access to the gestures, all you need to do is go into the settings, and from here, go to navigation bar, and you will have the gestures right here, and the 3-button navigation depending on which one you prefer. Now, personally, I do prefer the typical gestures. That's something that I'm just kind of more used to. So you can change it right here depending on what you want. Now, moving on to the next option, it's going to be the duress speed. Again, this is in the settings, and it is a standalone setting almost at the bottom, duress speed. So for me, you can enable it. And what this does is basically limit applications that are running in the background. So if I go into it, well, there is nothing running in the background. But normally, if you don't have OCD to close off every running app in the background, those applications will consume a little bit more battery and, or what am I saying, battery? Consume a little bit more of your device performance. So duress speed will basically terminate them and give all the power that the device can offer to the application that you have in the foreground, which in this case it will be settings, so application that doesn't really need much power. But if you're planning to play games or stuff like that, then this option will actually give you a little bit of a boost. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the animation speed. So this does actually require you to have enabled developer options. I'm not exactly sure if they come enabled or not. I know that I have them right here in the system, but I believe they usually should be disabled. So to enable them, you'd want to go to About Phone and find Build Number. There we go, right at the bottom, and simply tap on that 7 times. Now for me, it gives me a message that no need, I'm already a developer. But for you, after you tap on it 7 times, it will give you a message, congrats, you are now a developer, or something along those lines. And from there, you can go into the System, Advanced, and you will find developer options. Now in here, you want to scroll down a little bit past halfway, and you will find these 3 options right here. So we have Window Animation Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and Animation Duration Scale. Now each one of those animations corresponds to a different kind of animation. So as an example, Window Animation Scale will correspond to, well, the window that opens up when you have choices like this. So this is the window that basically refers to. So just as an example, I'm gonna set it to times 10. This will increase the animation speed by 10 times, making them obviously 10 times longer. So now if I select it, you can see this window opens up really slowly. But there is a better option, which is the 0.5. This will keep the animations, but shorten them by half. So instead of, for instance, taking a second, they will take now half a second. And you want to change all of them to 0.5, so transition animation scale and animation duration scale. And this will basically equalize all the animations to have the same speed. And now everything that you will do does have the same animation speed, and that animation speed is half of what it used to be, which allows you to access apps a little bit quicker. Now moving on to the last option that I wanted to show you, it is just a simple split screen, and you access by going into the recent. So like you can see right now, click on the icon, or hold it in this case, and it will open up these two options right here. So I have info and also split screen. So select split screen from here, and there we go. Applications go to the top. The first app that you open always goes to the top, and then the second one that you will open goes to the bottom. And from here you can use two different apps at the same time. It looks like we cannot shorten this anymore. So yeah, there we go. Now this will work probably better if you're planning to use YouTube. I would recommend you to open it up on the top, and then whatever else you want to use as a main application on the bottom. So that way you can, for instance, listen to music and stuff like that, and when you go home it will continue to keep it open, as you can see. There we go. So right now, if that would be YouTube, it's still considered open and it wouldn't pause whatever it was playing. Now, anyway, this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks I wanted to share, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.